So we stop at number 1. So I will repeat again. So before we do this, let us do some quick revision on the topic of al-istisna. Al-istisna. So as we have learned, al-istisna is how do we say accept? Okay, how do we exclude a word or somebody from the sentence? So for example, in the sentence that we have learned, hadara at-tullabu illa taliban. So all the students they attended the class hadara except one talib. So this is how we use istisna, okay, في اللغة العربية. Okay, so of course there are several words that you can use to do istisna. So in the lesson they said there are several words such as illa, such as kalima illa, except, ghaira, siwa, khala, ada, and hasha. So all of these words, they mean the same, except. But for our lesson, we only learn the rule or the grammatical rules for illa. Okay, so we only use illa in the lesson. So illa. And from the lesson, we have also seen that there are several ways that you can use illa. Okay, so in the first example, we have learned that, of course, before that, we have also learned the terms. Okay, the terms related to the topic. So there are 3 terms. Okay, if you still remember, there are 3 terms that you need to remember. First is the adawatul istisna, or the word that you use to do istisna. Okay, which is, our focus is only this word, illa. So the adat, so the word that you use is illa. And secondly, the term al-mustathna. Al-mustasna is referring to the object that we exclude, okay, from the meaning of the sentence. And normally it is the word located al-waqi' ba'da adat istisna, the word that is positioned after the illa, after the word illa. So in this jumlah, all these words after the word illa, this is called the mustathna. This is the mustasna. Now, and another important word or another important term is al-mustathna minhu. Al-mustathna minhu, the one that we included. Okay, so this is mustathna. We exclude this word from this one, from these people. Al-mustathna minhu. And mustathna minhu is normally before the adawat of istisna, before the word illa. Okay, so in the sentences, for example, we say hadara at-tullabu illa taliban. So this is the adat, this is the word for istisna, illa. And then we have the mustasna, the one that is excluded, talib. And of course, you will have the mustasna minhu, okay, the one that you include, or the one, this is excluded from the tullab. So tullab is called the mustasna minhu. So you have 3 components: mustasna, adat istisna, and mustasna minhu. So the hukum will depend on these 3 items. Okay, if you have all the 3 items in the sentences, the hukum will be, okay, the hukum will be so and so. If you miss one item from the component, then the hukum will change. Okay, so let us look at the hukum. Naam. Fahuna yaqul al-mustasna bi'illa. Al-mustasna bi'illa. So the focus is here is about the mustasna. Okay, the focus is about the mustasna, which is the word after the word illa. The words following the word illa. Al-mustasna bi'illa. So here they said lahu thalathatu ahkam. It has 3 hukum. It has 3 hukum. 3 hukum here means 3 i'rab. 3 hukum. Okay, the first one, al-hukmul awwal. Al-hukmul awwal yajibu nasbuhu. Yajibu nasbuhu. So the hukum awal says that it must be in the state of mansub. Okay, it is always in the state of mansub. It means that the mustasna is always mansub. Yajibu is wajib. Okay, so when is this? So this is the condition. So first they said idza kana al-kalamu musbatan. If the sentence kalam. Kalam literally means the words, but here it means the sentence. If the sentence is muthbat, muthbat. So yesterday we have learned, on Monday we have learned the word muthbat. Muthbat means that there is no la, or there is no la and also ma. There is no la or ma in the beginning of the sentence. So it is called muthbat. Okay. If the sentence has la or has ma, it is not called musbat, it is called manfi. We will see that later, inshallah. Okay. So musbat, literally there is no la, there is no ma in the sentence. We call it musbat. So this is the first condition. The kalam, the sentence is musbat, no la, no ma. And the second condition is that, this. وَذُكِرَ الْمُسْتَثْنَى مِنْهُ. And mustasna minhu is mentioned. Zukira bimana mentioned. So you have the mustasna minhu in the sentence. So again, the sentence has no la or no ma, and mustasna minhu is mentioned in the sentence. So if you have these two conditions, then the hukum of mustasna is always mansub. So it is always mansub. This is in the example number 1. So if we go back to example number 1, al-majmu'a al-ula, al-majmu'a ula. Okay, can you see the mustasna? Is this jumla musbat? What do you think? Is this musbat? Musbat literally means what? Means we want to confirm. We want to tell. Say there's nothing to deny. The opposite of musbat is to deny. So is this musbat or not musbat? Is there any ma, any la in the jumlah?
No. Musbat, Ustaz.
Musbat, okay, because there is no ma, there is no la. Okay, so this is musbat. So the first condition is fulfilled. The second condition, they say that the mustasna minhu is available in the sentence. Where is the mustasna minhu? Is it the word talib or the word tullab?
Tullab.
Tullab. The talib, this is the mustasna. So here we have the mustasna minhu, which is the word tullab. So since the word tullab, mustasna minhu is available in the sentence and it is musbat, then the mustasna is always in the mansub state. So it is always mansub, wajib. That is why they said it is wajib. So it is mansub. So when it is mansub, of course, we have learned that when something is mansub, of course, normally you will end it with a fathah. This is also similar. The sentence is musbat because there is no la, there is no ma. So the sentence is musbat. And then, do you have the mustasna minhu? Yes, we have this. Mustasna is al-inab. You want to exclude the word inab from the word al-fawakih. So this is the mustasna minhu. So both conditions are fulfilled. Then we say the mustasna minhu is always in the nasab or mansub position. That is why we read with al-inaba. Okay, so that is the first hukum of al-mustasna. The first hukum of al-mustasna. Okay, any questions so far for the first hukum? It is wajib, mansub. Okay, so this is the first hukum. Al-an nantaqilu ila al-hukm thani. Now we move to the second hukum. Okay, the second hukum says that yajuzu nasbuhu. Now it is yajuzu instead of yajibu as in the first one. They say yajuz. Yajuzu, literally it means it is allowed. It is possible. So it is allowed, or it is allowed to have nasab. So you can have, you can make it mansub. Yajuzu nasbuhu. So it is allowed, or you can make it mansub. So this is again referring to the mustasna bi illa. Again referring to the word mustasna. So mustasna, you can have it in the mansub condition or mansub state, or you can do this. Itba al-mustasna minhu fi i'rabihi. Itba al-mustasna minhu fi i'rabihi. Itba here means to follow the mustasna minhu in terms of its i'rab. I'rab here is referring to the hukum mansub, marfu' and majrur. So again, here they say it is allowed for you to make it mansub, or you have another option. You can just follow the mustasna minhu in terms of its hukum. So if mustasna minhu is marfu, then the hukum is also marfu. So you can have either mansub or marfu. If the mustasna minhu is mansub, then it is mansub. So both are mansub. If mustasna minhu is majrur, then mustasna will be majrur as well. This is what they mean here. It's ba al mustasna minhu. So it will follow the mustasna minhu in its i'rab. Okay, so you have two options. So when do we do this? So here, this is the condition. Ala annahu badal, here you can skip this part. So this is actually another grammar topic, badal, as a replacement. So we can ignore this part. Pick up. Idha kana, so then that is the condition. So this is the condition that the sentence must fulfill. Sorry. Idha kana al-kalamu manfiyan. If the sentence is manfi. So what is manfi? Manfi is the opposite of musbat. So earlier we said that musbat is where you do not have la, you do not have ma. Manfi is the opposite. Manfi is from the word nafi, nafa. You want to deny. So when you want to deny, of course, you will have, normally you will have this word, la. Okay? Or you will have, in our examples, they give us this word, ma. Okay? So whenever you have la, no, you want to say no or not, or do not, or sorry, no. You want to say ma, do not or did not. Ma. And sometimes you see other words. So basically it is any words that means that is used to deny. Sometimes you use the word lam, did not. So these are all the words that we can use to deny a sentence. So when you have all these words, the sentence is called manfi. Okay, so the sentence is called manfi. So this is the meaning of manfi, and the meaning of musbat is the opposite of manfi. So here the first condition is that the sentence must be manfi. And the second condition is wa dhukira al-mustasna minhu. And what about the mustasna minhu? Mustasna minhu is mentioned. Mustasna minhu is also mentioned. So if you have these two conditions, the sentence is manfi, and then you check whether the mustasna minhu is available or not. If it is available, then what can you do? You can make it mansub. Again, referring to the mustasna. You can make it mansub, or you can follow the mustasna minhu in its i'rab. Okay, so this is for the majmu'ah ba. So if you go back to the majmu'ah ba, unzur ila majmu'ah ba. Okay. Yeah, okay. If you look at majmu'ah ba, ma hadarat tullabu illa taliban atau talibun. So al-jumlah manfiya atau musbat? Musbata. Is it manfi or musbat?
Manfi.
Manfi, because we have this word ma. Okay, so when we have ma, so we said, oh, this jumlah is manfiya. So since it is manfi, then what else do you need to check? Is mustasna minhu available or not? Do you see any mustasna minhu? Mustasna, of course, this is the mustasna. This is the one that you want to exclude. Exclude from which word? So this is excluded from tulab. So this is what we call as the mustasna minhu. So the two conditions are fulfilled. Then if the two conditions are fulfilled, the word mustasna, you have two options. First, of course, you make it mansub. So this is similar to the first jumlah, taliban. And or you can also follow. So in the lesson they said we follow the mustasna minhu in terms is its i'rab. So what is the i'rab of this word mustasna minhu? So the i'rab here means, is it mansub, is it marfu, or is it majrur? So in order for you to determine whether this is mansub or marfu or majrur, you need to go back to the whole sentence. So the whole sentence says ma hadara. Here you have the fi'il hadara. Who attended or who did not attend? The tulab. So this, what do you call this? The grammar topic for this. Is this a maf'ul bi? Is this a fa'il? Is this a maf'ul mutlaq? What is this? You have a fi'il who attended the tulab. This is called the
Fa'il.
Fa'il. Sahih? This is the fa'il. So of course you know that a fa'il is always marfu. It's always in the state of marfu. That is why here we read at-tullabu. So since the word tullab is marfu, therefore the mustasna minhu, you can just use the same hukum. The same hukum of marfu, of mustasna minhu. So in this case, that is why it becomes talibun. Okay, so now we have two options, either illa taliban, or you can say illa talibun, because it follows the mustasna minhu in terms of its hukum, its i'rab. As for number two, as for jumlah number two, again this is also manfi. Ma, you have ma, so this is manfi. Ma akalat, did not eat. Al-fawaki, or ma akaltu, I did not eat fruits except al-inab. So the sentence is manfi. Is mustasna minhu available? Do you see any mustasna minhu? Mustasna, this is the mustasna. This is what we want to know, whether it is inabu or inaba or inabi. So inab is excluded from what we did not eat. So excluded from which word?
Fawaki.
Fawaki. So then you can say that, oh, this is the mustasna minhu. So the two conditions are fulfilled. Then you can have two options. The first option is, of course, just put a fatha, just make it mansub. So we say al-inaba. Okay, done. And the second option, we follow the mustasna minhu in terms of its hukum. So if you look at mustasna minhu, this is, okay, what is the i'rab of this word? You have the fi'il, you have the fa'il, this is the object. So we say this is the maf'ul bihi. So what is the hukum of a maf'ul bihi?
Mansub.
Mansub. Maf'ulun bihi is mansub. That is why you see a fathah, mansub. Since the maf'ulun bihi, since the word fawaki is mansub, therefore the word inab is also mansub because it follows the mustasna minhu. So in this case, both options are mansub. Okay, al-inaba because of illa, or al-inaba because it follows the word fawaki. Therefore, the only suitable word in this particular sentence is al-inaba. So this is the difference between the second one and the first one. So it depends on the mustasna minhu. Okay, hazihi hiya al-jumla, al-hukm al-thani. So this is the hukum al-thani. Now, Wal'an al-hukmu al-thalis. This is the third hukum of mustasna bi illa. Okay, what is the third hukum? The third hukum says that yu'rabu bihasbi mawqi'ihi fil jumlah. So it says the i'rab of the word. The i'rab here, of course, again, it is referring whether you should read it, you should make it a mansub or marfu or majrur. So this is a grammar term, yu'rabu. So its i'rab depends. It's depending. Hasb depends. So it is depending on the mawqi', on its position. Mawqi' bermakna position or location. So it depends on the location of the words in the sentence. Fil jumlah. So it depends. Okay. Depends here. It means you look at the sentence. Is it a fa'il? Is it a maf'ul bih? Okay. So that it is what it means. So when do you do this? When do you do this? The condition is, first, the condition is iza kanal kalamu manfiyan. So again, this is similar to number two. If the sentence is manfi, where you have la, you have ma, you have lam. Okay, the first condition. And the second condition, which distinguish this from the second one, is walam yuzkar al mustasna minhu. And mustasna minhu is not mentioned. So this is what distinguishes this from the second one. In the second one, it is also manfi, but mustasna minhu is mentioned. But in the third one, it is manfi, but al mustasna minhu is not mentioned. So when it is not mentioned, what is the hukum? You cannot have mansub anymore. Okay, you cannot have mansub. So the only hukum that you can use is hasba mawqi'ihi fil jumlah. Depends on the location of the words in the sentence. So how do we do this? Okay, we go back to al-jumla al-thalitha. Al-jumlatu thalitha. Ma hadara illa talibun. Al-jumlah manfiyah. Okay, you see the word ma, so this is manfi. And then you check, do you have the mustasna minhu or not? Okay, so find the mustasna. So of course, this is the mustasna, the one that you want to exclude from the meaning. Talib. Talib is excluded. From which word? From which word is the word talib excluded? Do you see
No.
any word?
No.
No,
No,
Ustaz.
right? So talib, you cannot exclude the word talib from hadara. No. Talib here is, talib is the one who, the person who did not hadara, who attended. Those who did not attend, we didn't mention them in the jumlah. Of course, the tulab. So since the mustasna minhu was not mentioned, then what is the hukum of this word? Then it will depend on the its location in the sentence. So how do you know what is its location? So as what I have shown you yesterday, on Monday, sorry, what do you do is you just take out these two words. Take out these two words. Take out these two words. So now the sentence is hadara at-talib or hadara talibun. Because the meaning of the whole sentence is this. Did not attend except one talib. So it means that one talib attended. Right? So now we remove ma, we remove illa. So hadara talibun. So what is this word talib? What is its i'rab? Is it mubtada? Is it khabar? Is it fa'il? Is it maf'ul? Maf'ul bi.
Fa'il.
So this is, of course, this is the fa'il because you have a fi'il. Hadara talib. So since this is a fa'il, fa'il is always mansub, marfu.
Four.
Fa'il is always marfu. So when it is marfu, of course, we have learned that marfu is normally with a dhamma. So we say hadara talibun. Therefore, when you have ma and illa in the sentence, the word is still talibun because it in its original position it is a fa'il and fa'il is marfu. Okay, so you cannot say taliban anymore. Ma hadara illa talibun. So this is the only hukum for the sentence. Okay. The second jumlah is similar. You have ma. This is now manfi. So we know this is manfi. Al-ilam, I did not eat except grape. Okay, I only eat grape. Now, ma akaltu illa al-inaba. So the meaning of the whole sentence is I did not eat except grape. So it means I only. So that is the hidden meaning of the sentence is I only eat grape. The other than grape, I don't eat them. Okay, so this is the meaning. Illa al-inab. But you have the mustasna. Do you have the mustasna minhu? Al-inab is excluded from, the word is not mentioned, right? Fawake, we can assume, oh, the word is fawake, but it's not mentioned. So, mustasna minhu is not mentioned. Then, how do we read this word? It will depend on its position. So, how do you know its position? As we have done in the first one, we take out the word ma and we take out the word illa. So, now you have this jumlah, akaltu al-inab. So how do we read the word al-inab? And why do we read so? Yes.
Al-inaba.
Al-inaba. Why do you say al-inaba? Yes, correct.
Maf'ulun bihi.
Maf'ulun bi. Nah, because this is maf'ulun bihi. So since maf'ulun bi, it is mansub. That is why we say al-inaba. Okay. So when you put you put the two words ma and illa again in the jumlah, the word is still al-inaba. So ma akaltu illa al-inaba. I only eat grape. Okay. Nah, sorry. فهذا هو الحكم الثالث للمستثنى منه. Okay, so now we have covered all the three hukum of al-mustasna minhu. Now, any questions so far for the topic al-mustasna minhu?
No, Ustaz.
Tak ada? No.
No.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So if there's no soal,
Ustaz.
Naam.
Ustaz, saya nak tanya.
Ya.
Yang jim tu kan, dia kata tak mention mustasna minhu tu kan?
Ya.
Yang hadara tu bukan eh?
Okay. That is why we need to understand what is mustasna minhu. What is mustasna minhu? Mustasna minhu is, again, if you look at this mustasna minhu, the easiest way to know of course, here they just mentioned that mustasna minhu yaqa'u qabla adawatil istisna. It is positioned before the adawatil istisna, where this is not the 100% correct definition of mustasna minhu. So mustasna minhu, of course, when you say before, these two words are before. Hadara is also before mustasna minhu. Ma is also before mustasna minhu, right? So the correct how do we say, the meaning of al mustasna minhu is mustasna, the one that you exclude. This mustasna minhu, you exclude this from this mustasna minhu. So if you look at the sentence again, okay, we see the sentence which that has both mustasna and mustasna. Okay, see here the word talib. So this is the excluded word, illa. You want to exclude this from the meaning. So you exclude this from which word? Talib is excluded. The one that you include is
Tulab.
tulab. So this is excluded from the tulab. So the tulab is mustasna minhu and it is mentioned in the jumlah. But if you look at jim, this is excluded because you have illa. Okay, so talib is excluded. The question is, this is excluded from which word? Is it excluded from hadara? Talib excluded from hadara. Who attended? Who did not attend? In the jumlah, who attended? Of course, talib. The talib attended. So who did not attend? Because the sentence said did not attend. Who did not attend? Did they mention anybody? No, no one. They did not mention anyone. Okay, you can mention actually. You can say ma hadara, just like what we had earlier, ma hadara tulab. You can mention. So if you mention the word tulab, then this is because this is excluded from tulab. This is the mustasna minhu. But in this jumlah, they purposely did not mention this. So it is, yes, it is possible. You can remove the mustasna minhu. So ma hadara, who did not attend? So we can assume that everybody else did not attend except this particular student, this one student. So this one student is the mustasna. It is excluded from the population, but of course they did not mention it. So that is why we said that the mustasna minhu is not mentioned. Is it okay, Rina?
Okay.
Boleh ya? Okay. Good. So it is not hadara, because if you look at the two words hadara and talib, they are two different words. Talib is a noun, hadara is is a fi'il. That is another way of checking whether it is mustasna minhu or not. Nah. Okay, any other question for mustasna minhu and the three hukum? Yeah, right. Al-an, okay, let's do the tadrib. At-tadribul awal. At-tadribul awal, so this is the sahl, at-tadrib as-sahl. Haddid al-mustasna minhu. You just ayin. You just determine where is the mustasna minhu, where is the adat al-istisna. Adat al-istisna in the jumlah is of course the word illa, because we only focus on the word illa. And al-mustasna, which one is the mustasna? And of course, the word mustasna is always the word following the word illa. Okay, so the only one that you need to determine is this. Okay, you need to find whether you have mustasna minhu or not. We've called jadwal al-ati based on the following jadwal. Now, let us do this. But it is also good for us if we look at, if we can also determine which group does this jumlah belong to. Whether it is group 1, where the mustasna is mansub, whether it is in group 2, where you can have two options, mansub or depending or following the mustasna minhu, or group 3, depending on its position in the sentence. Okay. Al-jumla al-ula, ja al-awladu illa waladan. Ja al-awladu illa waladan. Ma ma'na al-jumlah? Ma ma'na ja al-awlad illa waladan?
All of the children except
All of the children
Ustaz.
Ja'a.
Written.
Written is ada. This is came. So the students came. They came. The student. The boys. The boys came except
Or one boy.
one boy. Also one boy did not come. So the rest, alhamdulillah, they came. So ja'al auladu illa waladan. Of course, the adat istisna illa mustasna. Where is the mustasna? The one that you exclude.
Waladan.
Of course, it is always the word walad. The one that follows the word illa waladan. This is mustasna. So adat and the mustasna is easy to determine. Okay, but where is the mustasna minhu? Do you have mustasna minhu or not?
Yes.
Yes. Where is the word?
Aulad.
Because the word walad here is excluded from all these boys. So then you have the mustasna minhu. So now tell me, is this does this belong to jumlah the group 1, group 2, or group 3?
Group 1.
Group 1, because this is musbat. Musbat. There is no lam, there is no la, there is no ma. So of course this is musbat. And when it is musbat, most of the time you will see the mustasna minhu. Okay, so musbat and you have mustasna minhu, therefore the word walad is always in the state of mansub. That is why the only sahih answer is waladan. You cannot say waladun or waladin. Okay, this belongs to majmu'ah al-ula. Na'am. Al-an al-jumlatu thaniyah. Zurna al-muduna siyahiyata illa madinatan. Ma ma'na hazihil jumlah? Anyone want to try? Zurna, Zara, Ziyara, visit. Zara. So zur is the word Zara. So Zara, when it is combined to na, it becomes zur. Zurtu, I visited. Zurna, we visited. So we visited the Mudun Asiyahiyah. Mudun, Madinah. Mudun is Jama for Madinah. Siyahiyah is from the word Siyaha, which means travel or tourism. Yes, Siyaha. Siyaha, tourism or travel. Siyahiyah. Mudun Siyahiyah referring to the, apa ni? How do you call it? Bandar pelancongan?
Bandar macam tourist attraction spot.
What do you call it in English?
Tourist attraction spot.
Tourist attraction spot. You can say that. A tourist attraction. So it has got something to do with tourism. Okay, tourism like Malacca, we say. So Madinah Malacca, Madinah Siyahiyah, because people will always visit it. Okay, Madinah Siyahiyah. Now, fazurna al-muduna siyahiyah illa madinatan, except one Madinah, but we did not visit this one Madinah. Now, is this al-mustasna?
Madinah.
Madinah is mustasna. Mustasna minhu. Do you have the word? Mustasna minhu.
Yes.
Aina, where is the word?
Al-mudun
Siyahiyah.
Al-mudun siyahiyah. Okay. And normally the word mustasna minhu is only one word. Mudun only. Okay. So the word mudun is the mustasna minhu. Where the word siyahiyah, this is just an adjective for the word mudun. You can ignore. If you remove this word, it does not affect the sentence. Okay, you can say zurnal muduna illa madinatan. Okay, so still the sentence is still understood. Zurna al-mudun. So this is the mustasna minhu. Now, this belongs to group 1, 2, 3. 1, because it is musbat, no ma, no la, and mustasna minhu is mentioned. Therefore, the word Madinah is always mansub. That is why we say Madinatan and not Madinatin or Madinatun. Al-jumlatu thalitha. Now you see this word ma. Ma qara'a Muhammadun illa qasidatan. Ma qara'a Muhammad illa qasidah. Muhammad, what did Muhammad do, or what did Muhammad not do?
Muhammad did not read.
Muhammad did not read. Naam, sahih. So here they say Muhammad did not read except
Poem.
one poem.
One poem.
One poem. So we mentioned one because This is one qasida, except one poem. So he did not read except one poem. So of course the meaning is normally we say Muhammad only. So this is ma and illa, it has this meaning only. So we say he only read one poem. Ma qara'a illa qasida. Only one poem he read. Naam. So manfi aina mustasna minhu. Sorry, aina mustasna.
Qasida.
Qasida is the mustasna. This is the adat. This is the adat is word of an article. So they call it an article. Article of yes. Adat. Muhammad, is this the mustasna minhu?
No.
No.
No,
If you look at the meaning qasida, qasida is not excluded from Muhammad. Qasida is excluded from something else where that Muhammad did not read. So that okay, something else is not mentioned. So therefore, here we don't have the mustasna minhu. So mustasna minhu, if they ask this in the exam, you just put a dash. There is no mustasna minhu. There is no mustasna minhu. Okay, we only have mustasna and adat istisna. So since this is manfi and mustasna minhu is not mentioned, this one belongs to group number
3.
3. So in group number 3, they said, how do you read the word qasida? Will depend on its location of the sentence, in the sentence. So how do you know this? What did we do? What did I do earlier? In order
ma and
yes, you remove this ma and remove the word illa as if these two words do not exist. So we say ma, remove illa, then the sentence will become qara'a Muhammadun qasidatan. Muhammad read a poem. So since, so now the word poem, qasida here is mansub because it is maf'ul bih. Okay, now it is mansub because of maf'ul bih. So we put back the two words ma and illa, it becomes ma qara'a Muhammadun illa qasidatan. Okay, qasidatan. Now, so this is the group number 3. There is another example of group number 3. Al-jumlatul rabi'ah. You have ma. So this is manfi. Ma adat al-muhandisatu illa muhandisatan. Ma adat did not ada bermakna raja'a
Written.
did not return. I'm sorry, Hafiza. Ma adat al-muhandisat. So the engineers, the female engineers, they did not return. Ma adat, except only one engineer. Only one engineer returned because the rest they are quarantined because of corona. Ma'adat al-muhandisatu illa muhandisatun. Okay. Aina al-mustasna?
Muhandisatun.
Muhandisatun. This is the mustasna. This is the adat istisna. Okay, this is the mustasna. Do you have the mustasna minhu?
yes.
Yes. Where is the word? Mahia?
Al-muhandisatu.
Al-muhandisatu. Yes, naam. So this is taken from these words. So you have both. You have mustasna minhu. So we look at the sentence. It is manfi and mustasna minhu is mentioned. So this belongs to group number
2.
2. Yeah. So in number 2, they said you have 2 options. First, you can make it mansub. So if you want to make it mansub, how do you read the word? If you want to use the first option, muhandisatun tan atau muhandisatin?
Muhandisatun.
Muhandisatan. Because in the first option they said it can be mansub, so you can have fathah muhandisatan. This is the first option. The second option is you follow the mustasna minhu. So in this case, mustasna minhu is muhandisatun, where it is the fa'il for this word, marfu. So that is why here they make it marfu as well. Okay, so in the jumlah they are using the second option, but you can also use the first option as well. Okay, baik. Hadhihi hiya al-jumlah ar-rabi'atu. Wal jumlah al-akhirah. Al-jumlah al-akhirah lam yahdur an-nadwata illa sa'idun. Lam yahdurin nadwata illa sa'idun. So here we have this word lam. Ma makna lam?
Not.
Tidak.
Not. Normally this is did not. Normally the word lam is used even though it is used with fi'il mudhari, but the meaning is always in the past. So we say did not. So lam yahdur, did not attend. Hadara. Okay? Hadara. Who did not attend? Did they mention anybody? Who did not attend? No, they did not mention. They just say did not attend the nadwa. Nadwa is like what? A symposium.
Symposium.
Symposium is nadwa. Nah. So did not attend the symposium illa Sa'id, except Sa'id. But Sa'id. So the only one who attended the symposium is Sa'id. So here you have the adad, istisna. You have Sa'id is the name. The name of that person is Sa'id, not happy. Happy Sa'id, Sa'ida. That is another meaning, but here it is the person. So only Sa'id. So Sa'id is the mustasna. So we said that this is lam, did not. So did not. So it means that the sentence is manfi. Manfi. So here you have a sentence which is manfi. And do you have the mustasna minhu?
No.
No, because Sa'id is
Ustaz.
excluded from, they did not mention anybody. Okay, so mustasna minhu is not mentioned. Therefore, this belongs to group number
3.
yes, number 3. So in group number 3, the only way that you can read this Sa'id is depending on its location of the sentence. So what we do, as usual, we take out the word of nafi and also the word illa. So we just go through the sentence. We say yahdur an nadwa. Okay, look at this sentence. This is an interesting sentence. Yahduru an nadwata Sa'idun. Okay, so yahduru is the fi'il. Where is the fa'il?
Sa'id.
Nadwa or Sa'id?
Sa'id.
Sa'id.
Sa'id. You cannot say Nadwa. Nadwa cannot attend anything because Nadwa is the symposium. Sa'id, so you have to look at the meaning. So Sa'id is the one who attended. So therefore, this is the fa'il. That is why we read it with a dhamma. Nadwa. And Nadwa, this is the maf'ul bih. Nadwa is the maf'ul bih. So if you look at the structure is a bit different from what we are used to. Normally, the structure is fi'il, then followed by fa'il, then after that you will have the maf'ul bih. But this is actually not compulsory. You can have a different structure. You can have fi'il plus maf'ul bih. Then in the end you have the fa'il. This is also possible. But if you have such a sentence, you must make sure that you read them correctly. So for example here, this is fi'il, this is fa'il, this is maf'ulun bih. So you know this is fa'il, then you read this correctly. Sa'idun, because it is fa'il. This is maf'ulun bih, nadwata. Okay, so that is why you read nadwata illa sa'idun. Okay. So any questions so far, especially for this number 5?
No, Ustaz. Setakat ni sudah.
Sarawak, Hakim, any soal?
No.
No,
It's clear.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so this is for the first tadrib, at-tadrib al-awwal. Al-an nanzur at-tadrib al-thani. At-tadrib al-thani akmil al-faragh. Akmil al-faragh. Faragh bil kalimatil munasibah, with the suitable kalima. And of course, since they are using illa, this kalima munasibah is of course the mustasna. This is of course the al-mustasna. Al-mustasna, and you have also to use the correct harakah. Okay, use the correct harakah, the correct hukum, whether it is marfu or mansub or majrur. Okay, let us do this together. Al-jumlah al-ula, raja'al mujahiduna illa. All the mujahid, all those who go to jihad, they have returned, except one, or except two, or except three, or except you can give any number. Not necessarily one, not necessarily in the sentences, and in our example we have except one student, one, but you can also say except 2 people, except 3, except 10. You can have that. Okay, so what do you want to say here? Who did not return? Except this person. He did not return. Why? Maybe he was captured by the enemy. Maybe he died. Maybe he became Shahid. Maybe he is lost. You do not know. Any word?
Mujahidun.
Mujahid. You want to say Mujahid. One Mujahid. Okay. So as you can say, except Mujahid. Except one Mujahid. So Mujahid did not return. Okay. Yes, you can see that. Illa Mujahid. Except one Mujahid. Okay, good. Now you have the mustasna minhu. So then you have to make sure, how do you read this word? Is it Mujahidun, Mujahidan, or Mujahidin?
Mujahidan.
Mujahidan.
Mujahidan. Okay, good. Mujahidan. Why is it Mujahidan? So you go back to the sentence and then look at the sentence. This is musbat, no ma, no la. And if there is musbat, normally you will have this mustasna minhu. Mustasna minhu, and the sentence, and this is always mansub. That is why the correct answer is only Mujahidan. So you can say illa Mujahidan. You can say illa Aliyan, for example. If Ali did not return, Aliyan. Except, okay, and so on. If you want to say 2, except 2 Mujahid. How do we say that? 2 Mujahid did not return.
Mujahidain.
2, you can say Mujahidani wa Mujahidaini. But which one is the correct version?
Dani.
Dani. Okay. If you say Mujahidani, do you still remember this alif nun is used for mansub or marfu?
Marfu.
Marfu. Good. Alif nun is used for marfu. So it is not possible to say Mujahidan. So what is the correct one?
Daini.
Mujahidaini. Good. Because this is mansub. Therefore, we say illa Mujahidaini. Okay, illa Mujahidaini, except 2 Mujahidain. Okay, and so on. So this is, you can also use, okay, as I mentioned, you can also use musanna or jama. But in our lesson, they only focus on mufrad. But since you have learned this, so you can use musanna as well. Nah. Illa
Ustaz.
Mujahidaini. Yes.
Kalau pakai syahidan boleh ke Ustaz?
Kalau pakai
Syahidan.
syahidan,
Sebab macam the mujahidin return except for the one yang syahid.
tak dengar macam mana? Mujahidun yang balik. Okay.
Kecuali illa
Oh,
except.
illa one syahid.
Ah.
The one who has died. Betul kan? Illa syahidan. Syahidan. Syahid, not syahidan. Syahidan. Shin hayadan. Syahid, except one mati kan? The one who has died syahid. Illa syahidan. Boleh? Yes, you can say that. Raja'al mujahiduna illa syahidan. One syahid. So the word is syahidan, not syahidan. Syahidan is different. Syahid, this means the person who the what is shahida? This is the witness. Shahid. Shahid is the witness. Shahid. Shahid is the person who died for the cause of, in the cause of Allah. Yes, shahidan. Yes, you can have that as well. Okay. Al-an nantakil. Tak ikut ni. Okay. Nah, al-an at-tadribu tsani. Ma najaha illa. Ma najaha did not succeed. Did not succeed. Except this guy. So it means that this guy succeeded. Only this guy succeeded. This is the meaning. Only this guy. Of course, they did not mention the word only, but whenever you have ma and illa, okay, you can say only this. Just like when we say la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Okay, so how do you, what is the translation? There is no God but Allah. Or you can remove this illa and la. So the only God is Allah. So that is another way of translating the sentence with la and also illa. So ma najaha illa did not succeed except this guy. Okay, give a person.
Rajulun.
Illa rajulun. Okay, we mentioned again. We write the word rajulun. Ma najaha illa rajulun. So only one guy, only one man succeeded. Okay. So how did we read just now? Rajulun. Okay, let us check. Is it sahih rajulun or can we read rajulan? What do you think? Sahih atau la rajulun?
Sahih.
Sahih, Ustaz.
Yes, sahih.
Sahih.
Yes, sahih. Good. Can you say rajulan?
Yes, can also.
You can also say rajulan. So if you say this is rajulun and rajulan, then this belongs to group number 2.
Yes.
Let us check.
Oh,
Let us check. You have the mustasna.
oh, number 3.
Do you have mustasna minhu?
No.
No, tak ada. So there is no mustasna minhu. So saying there is no mustasna minhu, this is not group 2. This is group number 3.
Number 3.
Yes. In number 3, there is only one hukum, which is depending on its location of in the sentence. So as we have done earlier, take out this word, take out this word. So you say najaha. Yes, najaha rajulun, because this is the fa'il. Okay, this is the fa'il mansub. Yes. So the only answer is rajulun. So you can say ma najaha illa rajulun, ma najaha illa zaidun. Okay. So that is how we use the word rajulun or zaidun in the sentence. Naam. Al-jumlatu thalitha. Al-jumlatu thalitha ma ta'akhara. Did not, what is this ta'akhara?
Late.
Late. Yes, late. Ta'akhara bermakna late. So the musharikun, the participants musharikun. So they were not late. They did not come late except this one guy. This guy he came late. You can put a name or you can say one participant or two participants or three participants. Of course, the easiest is you just say one participant. So what is the mufrad for musharikun? Musyarik, not mushrik. Okay, don't confuse this with mushrik. They belong to the same root word, shin, ra, ka, to share. Mushrik is somebody who said that Allah has associate. Mushrik. Musyarik, to share, to participate. So these are two different words, even though they belong to the same root word. Musyarik, okay, how do you read the word, the kaf? Is it musyarikun, musyarikan, or musyarikin?
Musyarikun boleh.
Musyarikan boleh, musyarikat boleh.
Musyarikun boleh, or
Musyarikan.
musyarikan. Good, yes, sahih. It is either musyarikun or musyarikan. Let us check. Musyarikun, okay, before that, okay, this is manfi. And then you have the mustasna minhu. Mustasna minhu mawjud. Therefore, you can have two options. First, of course, you use fathah. This is the first option, musyarikan. The second one, you follow this word. So you look at this word, musyarikun. This is the fi'il, this is the fa'il. Fa'il is always marfu. So this must be marfu as well. Yes, sahih. Fa naqul illa musyarikun au illa musyarikan. Yes, both are correct. Naam, sahih. Al-jumlatu al-rabi'ah. Jumlatu al-rabi'ah, wasal al-hujjaju. The pilgrims, they arrive. They have arrived. So the pilgrims arrive except this person. He did not arrive. He wanted to overstay, or because he has died in Mecca. Okay, one pilgrim. Hujjaj is jama' for the word
Al-Hajj.
Al-Hajj. Al-Hajj. Al-Hajj. Okay, you want to include al. Yes, you can include al. You can use al because you want to say except that particular Hajj did not return. Illa al-Hajj. Except that particular. Or you can use without alif lam. Illa Hajj. Okay, good. But how do we read this word? Haju, Hajja,
Hajan.
Naam.
Hajan.
Hajan.
Hajjan.
Hajan. Hajan.
Okay,
Sebab
with
ni
alif
group
lam.
1.
Yes, only one fathah. So we say illa al-hajjah. Without the alif lam, we say illa hajjah. Yes, so this is the only correct harakah because the jumlah is musbat. And you have this. So this belongs to the group number 1. So the only correct answer is using a fathah. Illa al-hajjah, except that particular haji, or except one hajj did not return. Naam. Hazihi al-jumlah al-rabi'ah. And al-jumlatul khamisa, uhibbul fawakih illa, I like the fruits except this one fruit.
Arbutukala.
Al-burtukala, except burtukala. You do not like burtukal. Illa al-burtukal. Illa al-burtukal. Okay, good. So how do we read burtukal?
Tukala.
This is only burtukala because this belongs to group number 1. In group number 1, musbat, no ma, no la, no lam, and this is the mustasna, and this is mustasna minhu. So we read it with fathah because it is mansub. Naam, sahih. Uhibbul fawakih illa burtukal. Uhibbul fawakih illa durian. You want to say durian. So how do you read the word nun?
Duriana.
Illa duriana. Illa duriana. Illa durian. Of course, but we will just say illa durian. When we speak, we don't bother with this. You just say uhibbul fawakih illa durian. Uhibbul fawakih illa al-burtukal. We don't bother with this harakat. So this is only when we read the sentences, okay? Or when people ask us to write the correct form, then we have to say burtukal. Otherwise, you just say burtukal. Illa al-hajj. Okay, but don't put a sukun. You have to put this hajj. Tayyib. Okay, I leave this for your homework. Okay, you can try this. Ij'al al-kalimatil atiyah mustasnan. So make all these words as a mustasna. Make it mustasna means you need to have illa before the words. Fi jumla mufida min indik. So you have your own sentences. Make this as the mustasna. So in your sentence, you can have musbat, jumlah musbata, or you can have jumlah manfiyah. Okay, no problem. You can have manfiyah as well. Okay, so let us look at how you are going to use this word in your sentences.